Yes. Welcome back to 6 Degrees Radio
Word up, young MC.
with DJ Slam, aka Lava Arms, aka
I like that. Actually, you're owning that.
yeah, no,
That's you from now on.
that's it. That's been it.
Yo, what up, bad eyes? Your boy Chris. Make sure you guys hit me up on Instagram. The ignorance is free. Also, can I plug the show? Why are we not plugging the show?
Plug the show.
Cheese, Louise Papa Cheese. Yo, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at 6 Degrees Radio. That's with the number 6. Apparently, Rob on the social media tip told me there's another radio show out there. We don't really care about them. Just make sure you follow us.
There's another. You just like there's just another show.
Just another show somewhere out there.
Anyways, well, with this show right now, we got some very, very special guests in the building.
How special are they, though?
Very special. They flew a long way to get here.
A real long way. Just for 24 hours, mate. Just to be here in Toronto. What's going on, guys?
Oh man, Cee and Notion.
What's good?
Hey.
Thank you for having us, fellas.
Slamo.
Genuine pleasure.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you guys could make it through. I mean, both of you guys, you both have had a pretty crazy year.
It's been pretty wild.
Yeah, you both have been releasing lots and lots and lots of tracks.
Yes,
Lots of singles from Cee's angle, EPs, albums.
Finally.
Yeah.
Top of the year.
Yeah.
Last year, we finally got out a couple of long form releases. Been a minute.
Yeah.
You know how it goes, right?
Yeah.
annoying.
And a lot of people have been, I know that a lot of people have been going to Notion recently, getting a lot of production and recording done too.
Yeah, appreciate. Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's been crazy. I've been posting a lot more. People hit me up, Facebook, networks. It's been great.
That's great, man. I mean, and so, are you seeing? So is this year looking like it's going to be a bigger year? You think?
Yeah, lots more collaboration projects. I've been doing co-production. I've been doing specific production for other MCs.
Yeah.
I've been doing mixing for other artists. I've been doing lots of specific projects just with the one thing. So yeah, it's been great, man. Lots of things in the works that are coming out. A lot of things that are just starting to eventuate now. So man's is busy.
And,
Nice.
and obviously you guys are brothers, so you guys are working on
Yes.
tracks together all the time, right?
Yes, indeed.
We have a collabo album coming out in
Yeah, do you know what? Nosh posted about it recently, just shared an old thing on
Yeah.
Facebook. It was like,
Drop the
I guess
bomb
we have to
still.
do a collab album. Then
Yeah.
normally when you share stuff Facebook, it's whatever, crickets. But this went nuts. I'm like, oh, okay.
Everybody's like, yo. So I mean,
Guess
I put-
we're doing
I
it.
Put my hand up to produce most of it. I've had multiple offers to add guest production.
Nice.
I've
Really?
had multiple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had multiple people be like, yo, this is gonna be fire. I'm like, okay, cool.
See,
Dope.
this sounds like it's
So,
the first
I
time that
already
you've heard this.
we haven't.
Yeah, because I mean, he didn't
We live in
seem to
different
see
cities.
the Facebook comments and stuff. So I had a lot of DMs off that saying, "Yo, can I get a beat on this? Can I get a beat on that?"
Yeah.
Craig's fire, sees,
Really?
yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I mean, if it fits, then cool. I did put my hand up and say, majority, produced by me, because that's kind of what we wanted to keep it all central and thing. But if everybody puts their thing forward, and if something matches, then cool. Otherwise, it's going to be me and C just spitting the
Right.
game and everything. But we've had a few proper offers still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice,
I'm
nice,
excited.
nice.
I'm excited. But,
Can you give away any of them?
Maybe not yet.
Okay, because I guess you
tell
both.
me?
Afterwards. But yes.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty dope. But I mean, I know that you Notion. You've been actually doing a lot of recording in my place.
Yes.
And I thank you for that because Ultra Mag
Appreciate it, bro.
is is a dope MC, and I know you've been
Ultra
holding him
Mag
down.
Is the man.
Yep,
Shout out Ultra Mag. I mean, yo, if you didn't live so fucking far away, we'd have EPs done, fam.
Yeah.
Moved down GTA.
That's amazing. And you know what? I heard a little track here, and I don't know, it was from a certain member. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it at this. It's a certain member from the Far Side, but I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
I've heard that one track, and that's the only track I've heard, and it was dope.
That was a lot of fun, man. I didn't expect to see those files come through to me.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But
See, I was actually on your Twitter.
Yeah.
I do that from time to time.
Stalk.
I'm a Twitter stalker.
Hell yeah, Twitter's the best.
And you seem like you're a pretty big fan of Kanye West.
Oh, I'm a Kanye. Unfortunately, I'm a Kanye. stan.
Unfortunately, yes.
I got a lot to deal with right now.
Yeah, what's the dealio? How do you stand behind that man with the Donald Trump and the Drake shouldn't follow my wife on Instagram,
Yeah.
man?
And it's tough. I'm sure we all have artists like this. It's like a legacy.
Yeah.
Like he changed my life. Back in like 2002, we were listening to the college dropout leaks, my boy and I. And if it wasn't for that project, that actually like changed the way we make music, and we wouldn't be doing it right now how we do it if it wasn't for that man and that album. Like no one had ever heard.
Amen.
I never heard anyone rap like that before. Conversational, right?
It's funny because I listened to your first album.
Yes.
What is it? This is all I know.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of Kanye West influence. Maybe it's just me. I hear a lot of Kanye West influence in that.
Yes.
A lot of like R&B singing, like, you know, really soulful. But I mean, that really doesn't kind of stray away from the main point. Is
Which
how
is
do
how
you
can I stand for him?
Exactly.
It's like
even right now, you're still a Kanye West fan today, right now.
I just feel like I can't give up on the dude that changed my life. Even though he's arguably insane right now. Like, the things he's saying are insane, the intention behind them are not.
Yeah.
So perhaps he can, like align himself with more intelligent individuals in his circle and cut that nonsense and stop the Trump, trash, and just come back to making good music, because he hasn't really he should just be producing right now. He absolutely does not need to be rapping.
Saying anything.
So true.
No. But it's like, I just can't let him go, like it's one of those like
This guy, man.
Yeah.
I know. As much as I want to, and I'm looking, I'm embarrassed. Trust
Yeah.
me, I'm very embarrassed and
Yeah,
ashamed.
yeah.
But I'm like, I just can't.
When I looked at his Twitter, I thought he was gonna come in here with the MAGA hat on.
I wouldn't be sitting here, bro. I'd be like,
think I would have lasted too long.
"What's up, my bro?"
Oh man.
Yo,
And with that, let's redeem you here with a brand new track that you played that came off your album that you just dropped. I guess was it the end of last year?
Yeah, December 20.
December. Oh yeah, so
a
we
couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
2
just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
With Poe.
Yes,
Bad
sir.
habits.
And like, do you know if he is it Poe like Edgar Allan Poe, or is it like he played a lot of Zelda and like he liked the ghost characters?
Ooh, that would call.
I'd probably say
I
neither.
can't remember.
Probably say neither.
His name was Living Poetry.
Yeah.
So maybe he
That's
was
right.
inspired by the Edgar Allan
Yeah,
Poe
yeah.
thing. It kind of feels like.
Okay.
And he just got bored
Good
of the
connection,
rest
though.
and changed it.
Yeah.
What are they called? The Zelda ghosts are called.
I think they're just called Poe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played video games in a while.
Yeah. I mean, this is like way back.
So
Anyways,
let's
we'll,
run with the Zelda.
we'll leave it at that. It's let's play Pull Away featuring your brother Notion here and Andrew Cameron.
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Welcome back to 6 Degrees Radio.
6 Degrees Radio. Word up, young MC. I'm owning it. That's my thing.
With Chris Green, your new host.
Yeah. Yo, so we got Cee, we got Notion in the building. I took in your album Bad Habits.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening.
Of course.
Appreciate it, my man.
Absolutely. What are your bad habits?
Beer. Mostly beer.
Yeah.
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 I'm a little OCD. So I'm particular about things.
What do you mean? Like you have to like pour it in the right glass, like the one that matches the beer?
Yes,
This
that's
guy's like,
facts. That's actual facts.
Yup. Big facts.
That OCD is a real thing.
That's serious.
Like I don't even like
I'm
putting
low-
like if you
yeah.
pack like your underwear in the thing. I don't like 2 pairs of the same color.
Well, you put underwear in your beer?
What, you don't?
I guess so. Yeah.
You're weird, bro.
What a
Trust
weirdo.
me.
Different, man.
It's
Yo,
tasty.
Why did it take you so long to put another album out? I mean, the one prior was like in 2014.
So I'm an idiot, and I started 3 projects at the same time in
That's the
2015.
spirit.
That's right. So I started like my solo album, Relentless, produced by Maya Clarity. He's the man.
Nice.
So that's done pretty much. We were like supposed to meet up tonight to like finalize that. So that's done. It's just like in the last. We need funding, so we're working on the Factor thing.
Nice.
So we started this thing with Poe. It was only supposed to be 5 tracks.
Yeah.
And then Poe's kind of like a beast, and the producer just kept sending beats, and I would have been more picky, but Poe was like, cool, and just wrote to everything. I was like, oh, okay. So I just wrote 2, and I did another EP later that year with this dude in the UK, another producer.
Yeah.
So I kind of put Relentless on hold. We finished Bad Habits. We didn't even have a name back then. We finished the other one, and then Notion was too busy to mix it. He was like, clients, his own stuff.
guy.
He's the man,
Man's
right? 'Cause
got things, man.
we can't do anything without this guy.
I mean,
Like,
thank you.
we don't exist if he's not around.
Appreciate
So
it.
he couldn't do it. Poe was supposed to do it. Poe has a crazy life. He's got kids. He's out there in California and Oakland. So like he's got a lot going on. Didn't work out. Nosh last year came through and was like, look, I'm just gonna do this.
Let
And
me
he
handle
got it
this.
done, the whole album done in a month. Like,
What?
It was crazy. Like the whole album mixed top to bottom.
Wow.
The producer
Oh.
was like, had to try and find him.
Sweaty ting.
So he lost some of the, what producers are like. You big,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what's
yeah.
up. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Like shouts to producers, but
Hey,
producers always lose sessions. So then he lost
No.
the sessions for half the thing.
Never.
Yeah. Really?
Sounds like
Never.
Good. Producers
Not
listen
us,
to
doggy,
DJ
not
Slam.
Slam.
DJ
Be
Slam.
like
I've
Slam.
never
mate.
lost a session.
Hashtag be like Slam. That's what it is. You haven't lost a session?
No, mate.
Hashtag be like Notion. So like, dude lost. Anyway, we got it all done. Notion made it work, and it was more just like the logistics of getting it together. So finally, I got my boy to do a video, got my other boy to do the cover, blah blah blah. So it will never happen again. If we do the Cee and Notion album this year, we're gonna focus on it, go in, get it done, put it out.
This year.
Bam, never happen
Dope.
again. So
I'm a really big fan of Gun Control on that
Thanks, man.
on that album, and then I started kind of looking into it. I know you're from Australia, right?
Yes, sir.
And America, over 300 mass shootings.
per year.
Yeah, and then I was looking into your country,
yes,
and
sir.
then what was it in 1996?
Yeah.
The Port Arthur massacre. You even mentioned it in the record.
Yeah.
and like that was since 1996,
Just
and that's it.
23 years ago.
Yeah.
That's it. And they took all the rifles away. Everyone had to give their guns in.
Yeah.
Buyback scheme. They would buy everybody that had
So what do you think that America's doing wrong? Like what could they learn from Australia
Take
as
the
far as
guns.
that?
Like,
Yeah.
because you know what? There's two. That's why in the song I was like, I didn't want to be too like cocky and be like, we need to get rid of all guns, because at the end of the day, if the government has guns, then
Yeah.
we
Big
need
problem.
guns. That's kind of what it is. So it's like this ridiculous like there's two sides. Like if everyone has them, then everyone's got to have them. But it's either everyone has them or no one has them.
Right.
Yeah.
And the problem is that the mental health of the way that the world is set up right now, particularly in a place like America where there's like no support. At least in Canada, we have support. Like the mental health down there is crazy.
Right.
And it's like people just aren't able to operate in that society a lot of the times, and then they have this crazy access to guns all the time, and it's so
A lot of people
normalized.
Yeah, they shouldn't even. People who have them shouldn't even have them.
Yeah, and I guess
100%.
I guess that would be like the big difference too. Like like Australia might have been had an easier time doing it because like access to medkit. Like even if you were out in the bush, you would still have access to all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then and on top of that, like the population, I forget what I don't
27.
Yeah, so there's 10 times, like more than 10 times that
Yes.
in the U.S. as well, right? So
I want to ask another question about that Bad Habits album.
Yes.
What's the one song on that album that everyone should listen to? And then also, what's the worst song on the album?
That's a great question.
that's a tough question to ask anybody.
I don't know. I want to ask them. Who's gonna say that the song is?
I like songs I like.
I like it, Chris Green.
Yeah, I like that riff. Making people put them on the spot. Probably, I feel like Gun Control is the one that people should listen to because it the way that the beat is and the way that's delivered is I feel like it has a really strong, impactful message.
Definitely.
And it applies to in Canada, Toronto. Like it's crazy right now with the shootings, right? People
Yeah.
really need to hear this stuff.
Yo, the doors are locked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It was really hard to get into the building, so we're safe here. We're good. I'd say that, and the song that I like the least is "Motivated." I've had other friends tell me
That's
there was
fire,
like
bro.
their favorite song.
That's
though.
one of my
Like
favorites.
I just don't like it because it's
Okay.
like the beat didn't move me a ton. It's rapidy rap. Like I prefer seeing like a real stronger theme. It was like
Okay.
it had a theme, but it was a looser theme than every other song on the album.
Yeah.
So for me, it was really hard to write and it was hard to deliver. And I usually do everything one take, and it pissed me off. I had to do it 4 takes. So.
What about you, Notion? What's the worst song on his album?
What?
Wow. Let's see. Tell me, Notion.
What's that garbage?
I would
This
have to look-
What's
What's
that
that
trash?
trash?
Look at the track listing right now because I mean I had
guy's pulling it up.
Don't
Let
worry.
me have a look.
I'm playing along. I'm
I'll
playing
give you
along.
an
right
answer
here.
still. I'll give you an answer.
While he's doing that, C, would
Yeah.
you say that this album is better than Nicki Minaj's Queen
Oh
album?
my God, yes.
100%
Nicki is
yes.
trash, hot garbage. That album was disgraceful. She should stop making music and just do something else. She's good. Go retire and have fun. She is so hot garbage. It's embarrassing. She was dope for a while.
Nicki or Iggy Azalea?
Oh man.
You know you love that Iggy. Come on now.
Do you a countryman or are you gonna
Yeah,
go,
come on, man.
Do you know what? I may have just Iggy. But
Iggy?
F it.
Yeah?
F it. No, I don't. They're both so garbage. But yeah, sure.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay, I gotta ask, man. So is there like a thing where like obviously she speaks with an accent, you speak with an accent, but then when you rhyme, there's no accent. Is there a reason? Like, do you intentionally do that or?
It's a huge bone of contention for us.
Man.
It's partially the reason why we left, not why we left Australia, but why we would our music would never work there.
Yeah.
It was just how we all, since I was like rapping, I don't know, like 13, 14, like that's how we did it, like instinctively.
There's no one to emulate. We just listen to like East Coast.
Yeah, there was no real Aussie rappers in the early 90s when we were kind of old. So when we were doing it, like no one was around.
Yeah.
And then we just kept doing it. And then other people started rapping how we talk. I'm like, why are you doing that? It sounds ridiculous. And it was embarrassing to me. And all these people, I was like, nah, man. There's like this little faction of people that were doing it like us. And then the kind of majority were doing it like that. And it was just like there was in the, I don't know, say like early 2000s, it was like crazy beef between that. Like actual dudes were fighting and stuff over it.
What?
And it was like a real serious thing.
You know what? I kind of get
Oh,
I got
it.
death threats on MySpace.
forums and
Was it
stuff.
MySpace? No,
Yeah.
OzHipHop.com.
I was like, yeah,
Oh,
Got
really?
death threats. I got
Regularly.
death threats because of the way they
God.
used to rap,
yeah,
bro.
dude. Like
It
dudes
was
took it way too
ridiculous.
serious, and we were like, we're leaving. This country's messed up. man. Like,
Wow, that's okay. I'm gonna leave it there, but I just want to say though, like that. You know what? I get it though, because it's kind of like I'll be honest. I'm gonna say this right now, and people, I look forward to your angry messages. But like Buck65, can't listen to that dude.
Whoa.
Oh, he's horrible.
Can't, dude. I can't. And then like
But
and on
why?
top of that, like imagine a whole album
Nope.
that was like out for a rip. Like imagine a whole album like that.
No,
I can't handle that. So
Nope.
I can get it. I can get the whole like not.
Can we just
Yeah.
get Notion's worst track off the Bad Habits?
First, let's play Motivate. Motivate.
I mean, Motivated would have to be my favorite because, like, seeing Po just go off. I mean, Motivated is fire, bro.
It's too funny.
It is. I mean,
What's the worst? What's
as
the
far
worst?
as
Come on, worst.
Fuck. I mean, Story of a Soul would be the most like chill slash.
Why don't we give you some time?
non-impactful.
Why don't you give you some time to think about it, and we'll play Work featuring Del the Funky Homo Sapien,
do that too.
and then you
Hey,
can
hey,
give an
hey.
answer
Work
to
is
it when we
fire.
come back.
Alright.
Here we go. Welcome back to 6 Degrees Radio,
Word up, young MC.
where we get to find out what Notion's least favorite song off.
Oh,
the
that's
album
dramatic
is-
music right there. Did you make a decision?
I did. Least favorite was Story of a Soul.
Ooh, that's hot garbage.
Only because it was a little slower than the rest of them, but it was still informative and heartfelt.
How could you say that, man?
I mean,
He's your brother.
I am
spent-
telling mum.
I spent literally like dozens and dozens and dozens of hours mixing and mastering that boy, top to the bottom. So I have the right to pick. You know what I'm saying? The bottom three. And the top
course.
three, you feel me?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, it's too
Thank
funny.
you for the. All right.
I love it. Even
Yo,
now.
Actually, okay. So I know that you want to get into something really quick. Let me just ask this, because you have you do a lot of reviews for beers.
Yes, sir.
And so, not to take away because I know Chris wants to ask you something to end off this interview, but I'm just wondering, what are your top 3 beers that you've tasted this year?
For 2019 and 2018.
Oh shit.
Oh Jesus!
probably
No,
haven't had
18.
that many.
18.
Bag is
No,
big.
from 18. Yeah, because it's been like 4 days.
It has, yeah, it's like, yeah, so nothing. I've had a few already. Probably, I actually did a video on that on BOS podcast. Go check it out.
Okay.
What did I have? The best beers were probably Bellwoods did. You guys know Bellwoods Brewery?
Yeah,
Out
it's,
here,
it's
yeah?
right beside me. Yeah,
Oh, what? Pff, really?
I think
That'd
so.
be so
Yo,
dangerous,
I
man.
think so.
Literally, my life would be.
I'm pretty sure it's
What
right
a
beside me.
privilege.
Oh, Nosington?
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. They did a joint with other half from New York called Mila Shark. That was lit.
Oh my goodness.
Bellwoods is my favorite, so everything I say would just be them.
Mm.
That would be one of them. Damn, man, this is so like I think I did like unique beers like 13 or 1400 last year, so I've
Wow.
memory kind of
Jeez.
slips a little bit.
Jeez.
Um,
Okay, let me say this. Okay, I'd have to say like I wonder if you like any of my favorite brewery, which is
right now.
Great Lakes.
hey,
Judy
Great
Lakes-
Lakes are dope.
Dot.
Yeah,
What's your favorite
Break
from
it down.
them?
Break it down.
I think it's probably Pompous Ass.
Okay, the English one.
Yeah,
That's your crusher. That's
I think
like your
that's
go-to.
it. I think
That's
that's
your
the
crusher?
one.
That's not, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really. Oh, here we go. I've
And
got
what's
my
like
list
your,
right here.
Okay, here we go.
So I give you my top 10 beers of 2018. I can read that real quick.
Sure.
All right, but Barncat, they're in Cambridge. Stab Ghost, absolutely some of the best IPAs in the province. Bar Canada, L'Aspiration, it's a Pilsner from Gatineau, Quebec. Trillium and Cellar Maker, Escape Plan. Trillium are from Massachusetts. Casey and Weldworks, Trans Mountain Diversion, it was Colorado stuff. Rouge River, Brutally, they're in Markham. Who would have thought they make good beer in Markham?
Shout out Marco.
Bellwoods Tangerine Milk Shark. work. Hashtag Team Lactose.
Fire.
We did a beer with Sawdust City called Get It In Ya, which
It
was
In Ya.
they put our stupid faces on the can. That was lit. Founders CBS Canadian Bourbon Stout out of Michigan. Sailor's Grave Peach Melva Pavlova Cream Sour from Melbourne, Australia.
Say what?
That was amazing. I
Say
know
what?
Pavlova is like the Aussie national dessert, and they made that into a sour. It's incredible.
Fire.
The Mill I Can't Believe It's Not Juice, also from Melbourne, and Mr. Banks Wheeze the Juice, both hazy IPAs from Melbourne.
Amazing.
Wow.
Get that in your Appy Hours podcast. Check us out. You know what it is.
You know what? Chris, I realized that we kind of ran out of time with this, but so you know what? Would you guys be down to stick around for just a little bit?
Oh, no rush, man. We ain't got nothing to do.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna play a quick ad right now.
Hey, run that.
And then we'll get back into another top 10 list, I believe.
Yup.
Okay, here we go. Let me just jump into this ad right here. Yeah, it was a long break there.
Hey, we're back again.
Hey.
Feeling refreshed.
And you listen to 6 Degrees Radio with Cee and Notion.
Hey.
What up, dog?
I. Word up, young MCs. I told you I'm owning it. It's your boy Chris, and I have a segment. It's called Random 10.
All right.
Okay, and this is for C, for Notion. You know what? Why the hell not? Jump on in, Mr. DJ Slam. Essentially, we're just gonna rapid fire off some questions, one-word answers. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with C, all right, and then we work our way around.
Do I do all 10 or is it like 1-1?
One at a time.
One at a time.
So everybody just go.
Okay.
All right. If sex was a color, what color would it be?
Black.
Purple.
Red.
What's the benefit of being white?
Privilege.
Privilege, sure.
Who loved you more, your mom or your dad?
Mom.
What's oxtail?
The best food on the planet.
Amazing. Yo.
Wait a second, Slam is shaking his head.
No, never had it. I've never had it.
Oh, son.
What'd you say?
I've never had it. No.
I'm so sorry for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
for real?
all right.
All right.
If you were Forrest Gump, would you have taken Jenny back at the end?
Hell no.
No, she had AIDS.
Trash.
Jenny!
She had AIDS, bro.
Hot garbage.
Jenny!
She's blonde, mate. She's blonde.
Nah, not into that, man.
No, sorry.
No,
dude.
stop.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
How long did it take you to beat Super Mario Brothers for the original Nintendo?
Oh, shit.
Oh, good.
Not that long.
Nah, it's nothing to me, bro.
You know what? I think I started playing it when I was like 10, and then I beat it when I was like 22.
Word. That's like 2 years.
Marathon.
I was a nerd still.
Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal?
Van Damme.
Oh, Van Damme.
Yeah.
He's the G.
Yeah. He got them splits.
See, that was whack.
Yeah.
His hair sucks.
Should white people ever be allowed to say the N-word?
Absolutely
No.
That was like a R&B group all in
Right?
sync. How long should you date someone before
You put it in?
butt sex is on the table?
Oh, like
Butt sex?
Oh, like I'd say 3 days.
I mean, yo.
How long is the dinner?
Wait a second, Notion. What's up?
I mean, it's a consensus. I'd say a week tops.
Yeah.
Week tops, all right.
Yeah.
You
last,
heard me,
Babe,
babe. You
nice
heard me.
last but certainly not least, who was your best friend in grade 1?
Oh God, I don't remember who my best friend is now.
That says a lot.
Grant.
Yeah, I got a worse memory. I have no idea.
Notion.
In grade 1, the homie Richard Rudder.
All right.
Shouts to Rich.
Same.
Slam.
Grant Mitchell in
Grant
Ottawa.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
How do you guys remember that?
Yo,
Like, do you know yours?
It was my
Yeah,
only
man.
friend.
Ron Newell.
boom. Skitty pop.
Why don't I know?
Men's is like on.
I didn't even remember grade 1. How old are you in grade 1? Like 5?
I
Six?
couldn't
Yeah,
tell
something
you
like that. Well, no, the thing was he was my neighbor, right?
In Australia, it's
Oh, so it's
different.
easier.
But
Yeah.
like,
Oh, there's this dude Alex who was my mate. There you go.
oh, yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
my
Oh,
man.
There we
jeez.
go.
Thank you.
All right.
And can I just pull it back to our friend R. Kelly?
Oh,
told you I
Let's talk about Robert. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Why? That's always.
Just the art. I'm playing around. But apparently Drake's in hot water as well.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Groping a 17. I don't believe.
But it was like
saw it. Did you see
7
the
years
video?
ago.
was
Yeah,
it
he looked-
17?
It was
Yeah.
like 10 years ago or
He looked
something
mad
crazy.
young
So then why is it coming back up now?
because of all
Something
the
to do.
that's what's happening these days. They're
Yeah.
bringing up all.
No, but the thing is like it wasn't even the girl. It was just someone that was filming it that like put it out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the girl that was like involved
That would
like
make
didn't
sense.
even like she's like they can't find her. She's like I don't care.
Yeah, but doesn't this make you nervous? As you guys are entertainers. Does this make you nervous as men?
Yes.
Come
So
on.
I didn't do
mean,
anything
yo,
weird with chicks.
We've been pretty good. I mean, the only thing we did recently was go back on our Twitter and be like, delete some like things, you know?
Yeah.
So okay, some advice, dead serious. We after
Low
all
key,
of
it's
this
nothing
stuff,
serious.
we
Yeah.
went through. No, we just said inappropriate things like 10 years ago when you don't know, just like dumb things. So you search your name,
Yeah.
and then each cuss word you don't want to associate with you, and you delete those tweets. And we went and did that.
Bet you Kevin
that's
Hart
smart.
probably wish he did that, right?
Because we all talk like that. Hip hop is a very misogynistic, homophobic genre, and some of the things that we were allowed to say on record 10 years ago, you
Yeah,
cannot
29,
say now.
2010, it's like, no.
Facts or not? Like if you guys
It
were,
is facts, but I mean, is that good? Is that bad? Like,
I think it's good. It's a progression that we're not accepting it now because looking back, it's embarrassing. I was like, why were we talking like that? But
That's
I'm
why
like,
we
it was
deleted
it didn't mean anything then, but it still doesn't make it okay. You know what I'm
guess
saying?
so.
Like if you're saying things that are homophobic, like I don't know, I'm sure growing up you're like, oh, that's gay or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's stupid and childish. And we were saying that publicly on social media before anyone thought it was gonna be a thing.
Right.
So
right.
like I'm like, why were we talking like that? Why was that okay?
But it's funny that you said that you had to go back and do all that cleanup work.
Because I'm
What-
paranoid.
But I mean, like, you didn't, like, this is crazy, man. When you don't know better, you don't know better. But when you know better, you do better. Like, I mean, if you were doing it now, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? But it was way back then, you didn't know.
In 2009, like Dipset was like heavy, and Cameron was saying the F word, like, you know.
Yeah.
That's where that was kind of where we got.
What about
kinda got
Eminem?
from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Come on!
That doesn't
Exactly.
age well.
I mean,
though.
it doesn't,
Like,
no, it doesn't.
like-
age well.
And Elton John is like co-signing them.
yeah.
On the Grammys, performing with the man.
All right. Well,
Nuts.
I'm gonna end it on this point. At this point, though, guys, because we gotta wrap up this interview here. And I'm sorry. I wish we could continue forever.
Hey.
And you guys are obviously like welcome back anytime. Next
yeah,
time, you
man.
guys.
Love you, Slammer.
Next time this like collabo album comes out, be sure to come through.
We'll be in. Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah,
Absolutely
thank you.
appreciate it.
Love.
So
Bless.
what's the social media for everything for you guys?
At Notion Baby.
Everywhere.
Yep.
At CWFOR, Twitter, Instagram, all of the squad stuff at the Movement Fam. Everything will be around there. Shouts to Tiffany and Theo, my boy Theo on Bad Habits, the title track. He's listening in Melbourne.
Amazing.
Bomb.
People in Australia, listen right now.
That's crazy.
We out here. We out here.
That's crazy. And all right, so I hate to go out on like a downer note, but since we talked about the track Gun Control so much, I think it's probably a good spot to end on the show.
It's not a downer. It's a positive thing.
Track is
It's
awesome.
informative. It's letting people know what
smart.
the deal is, you know?
Yeah. All right, so here we go with Gun Control from Cee and Po3. I don't know why I keep saying that.
I like
Po.
PO3. Why not?
Anyways, thanks for coming through, guys.
Hey man, thanks for
Bomb.
having us,
Catch you
guys.
later.
Respect, man.